so good last year.
I love to hear it. Tell me every time.
Oh my gosh, and they're not regular daisies. I mean, look at the amount of flowers. These have 2 times more petals than the average daisy, and they're so good. You asked us, you know what, can you go on, give us auto delivery so we can make sure that we can build our garden with these? These are perennial. Look how sweet that is. 3 easy pays at $9.99. You're getting 4 plants. They'll come in the 2.5-inch Ellie pots for you, and you get to have that light pink, the burgundy, the purple, the yellow. You'll get 1 in each flower color. So hopefully you'll be able to swing maybe more than 1 set with these.
Absolutely. These are the flower that will instantly, turn your day. If you've had a hard day, these will bring a smile to your face. I think every garden needs to have the Gerber daisy because they are so cheerful. The colors are so rich and vibrant. And this collection is the double majestic, which, as Pat mentioned, this is not the typical Gerber daisy some of us are used to seeing at the garden centers, even the grocery stores. Those Gerber daisies, Pat, are an annual. And sure, we all think that they're cute, but if we could come to my hand really quick, most Gerber daisy flowers, those annuals, they're gonna be pretty small. They're still a nice color, but when you compare that to this double majestic, I mean, this looks like it's going to eventually open up. It's like the bud almost. You really want to grow something that's going to make an impact. And it's going to, you could lose a couple petals and your flower is still going to be looking nice. And like you mentioned, it's a 4-piece collection, so you get everything that you're seeing here with us on set.
And even the greenery, the leaves are so thick. Like when these first start to come up, the buds start to come up, you actually have to search for them because they're hidden by all the greenery.
Super lush foliage, absolutely. So what you're seeing here in front of Pat is that beautiful light pink. It's like that classic bubblegum pink. Absolutely stunning. Here to the left is what we're calling the purple. It's more like a magenta of sorts, but it's still that same deep, rich color. And again, the double majestic, it gets its name because it's double the size and double the petals. It's absolutely stunning. And then in the middle here is the yellow that I just showed, which I think is the most classic Gerber daisy color.
It almost glows.
It does. It's so sunshiny. And then last but not least, in front of me will be that majestic burgundy. Now, I mentioned, typical Gerber daisies are an annual. These are winter hardy perennials. So these can take temperatures down to 0. Now, if you live somewhere that gets much, much colder, that's where the auto delivery comes in super handy because you can be rest assured that you can enjoy these next summer as well.
Okay. And that's the nice thing. And so when you get them home, you are actually going to get 4 of these.
That's right. And I'm gonna do some simple math with you. Then this math I think you're gonna be able to do because I couldn't do the math that my brother was saying either. I'm like, oh gosh, I need to go back to school, I think. But this is a 4-piece collection. So one of these Ellie pots. Now my brother Derek showed earlier what that is. It's just a biodegradable container. You're not gonna touch it. You're just gonna plant this right in your containers or in the ground. One of these plants, Pat, in the very first season is going to give you up to 100 flowers.
Wow.
And it is a 4-piece.
Exactly.
It's a 4-piece collection. So that is up to 100 or 400 flowers, with proper care, give it the right sunlight and the fertilizer. But I love to say you're going to be growing a flower factory at home. It's absolutely unbelievable. It's so much fun.
All right, here's the other thing. So I planted mine, and I live in New Jersey. And I planted them when I got them home, and I put 1 in each pot, and then I kept looking at them, and then finally they started to come. And once they started to flower late spring, I am not kidding, I had these through the first frost. It snowed. And they were still okay. Now they aren't going to last. They, eventually they die. As you would suspect. But I couldn't believe.
And they'll come back for you. That's the special part.
I can't wait till they come back.
They'll last until that first or second frost, and then they're going to come back for you next year and come back even bigger and better. That's the beauty. We love to say, Pat, you and I, sometimes perennials take some patience. The nice thing about these Gerber daisies is, sure, they're not going to be fully grown this first season, but you're still going to have hundreds and hundreds of flowers. Come second season, third season, you're going to be growing what you see here. I mean, those burgundies, that's my favorite color. I think it is so unique. All of those little petals that just make such a statement. Here you see like 6 or 7 of the light pink. So if you can swing it, as Pat mentioned, maybe pick up a few collections and really, divide your colors. And if you want to have your pinks on one side and then your yellows over here, I think that's a really beautiful idea.
So as a landscape designer, help me.
Yeah, absolutely. So here you see them tucked in right in the front of the garden bed. I mean, these can handle being planted in the ground. They do love sun. They love to be, watered pretty regularly. So I would say every other day would be best.
Okay.
But plant them with your, your echinacea, maybe your lavender. Here you see the yellow, and then on the sides, maybe some salvia or some purples.
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
Put these somewhere also. I love to recommend, just put these somewhere that you're gonna see them.
Yeah.
This is one of those plants that, like I said at the beginning, when you're driving home from work, you wanna be blessed and graced with their presence because they are just so cheerful.
You can go ahead and do bill to, ship them to someone. I haven't said this for a while, but just realize that we're not shipping these out to you right away. And
Yep.
you're getting the Ellie pot. We're not shipping you these big plants.
Correct.
The thrill is you're going to get to be able to grow them, and they really will work. Just follow the guide. When the box comes, and it'll be specific to where you live. Yours will come, and if you live in Florida or Minnesota or California, at a different time than mine will come in New Jersey. But I know 27 seasons on QVC, they have figured this out. They know when to send us things.
That's
when
right.
it comes, you open the box, you take out that growing guide. Hold on to these, please, because they will be your Bible. These will be your, what do I do with them at the end of the season, those kinds of things. All the answers are right in here, so you don't have to worry.
If I could give one tip for success, if you want
please.
those 400 flowers I mentioned, you definitely need to fertilize them.
Okay.
Feed them with the Roberta's Bounty. That's just going to ensure you get the most flower power.
And the Roberta's Bounty is the fertilizer that I put into
You mix with water.
Okay.
Yep, and you're going to use this once every 2 weeks.
Once every 2 weeks.
During the growing seasons.
And
Yep.
can I water from the top, or should I go underneath, under the leaves?
You can go from the top
Doesn't
as long
matter?
as you can tell that it's getting into the soil.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right, that's easy enough. All right, thank you, my friend.
Of course.
Love these. One time our auto delivery, remember now and then spring of 2026. Aha. All right. Oh, thank you, Anthony. All right.